Dallas might not be in your top 10 or 50 places to visit, but if you're for work, visiting family, or on a long layover, here's some things to check out. I've been to Dallas a few times the past few years, mainly due to work, but here are some cool things you can do before your flight home, or if you want to spend an extra day here. The most important thing you can do in Dallas is eat real Texas barbecue. I've eaten a lot of barbecue in my life, but Texas probably does it the best. Be absolutely sure to get some of that smoked beef brisket. It is amazingly juicy, succulent, and peppery. So beautiful, so delicious. And definitely get some pork ribs as well too. They almost always melt off the bone, with a nice, elegant, smoky flavor. So good. I've tried several different barbecue spots. My number one pick would be Terry Black's Barbecue, followed by Hutchins Barbecue, if you have a car, then closely followed by Pecan Lodge, and finally Lockhart's. Be sure to check out my other YouTube video dedicated to Dallas food and barbecue. Deep Ellum is Dallas's central artsy hotspot full of coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, bars, and more. It does feel a bit run down and dirty, but it is still very lively, colorful, artistic, and fun. Deep Ellum proudly walks the fine line between cultural landmark and organized confusion. Regardless, there's great music, great food, and great people. By nightfall, it transforms into a neon-lit carnival of live music, DJ music, and lots of people in their 20s and 30s trying to find their soulmate. The Bishop Art District. This is Dallas' center of quirky charm, creativity, and art. This colorful neighborhood is packed with boutique shops, selling you weird things you never knew existed but suddenly just can't live without. After a couple hours in this fun environment, you might find yourself with a $20 artisanal candle, a $30 jar of honey, and a $70 t-shirt. The Bishop Arts District expertly balances out the difference between small town charm with big city prices. It's a magical fantasyland where your wallet gets lighter, while your sense of cultural sophistication grows exponentially. Who knew Dallas could have something like this? Many of the world's great cities have a giant tower. Dallas has the Reunion Tower. They do say that everything is bigger in Texas, but not the Reunion Tower. It's just an average-sized tower, but it does look the most phallic. Well done, Dallas. Visitors slowly beam up to the top for breathtaking views of the city. They then spend the next 20 to 30 minutes pointing at random buildings and landmarks, identifying at least half of them incorrectly. Just look at all these beautiful multi-million and multi-billion-dollar corporations glistening in the sunlight. I would love to see this during rush hour traffic. Must be a cluster. I recommend visiting during sunset so you catch the light and also the romantic sunset, which I was sadly alone at the time. At least I had all these beautiful, shiny mega corporations keeping me some company. Look at all those beautiful profits helping my 401k. I love it. Inside, you can find more information about Dallas, buy some overpriced drinks, and mediocre food. The lighting and ambiance is really romantic though. If you have a car, drive out and check out the Fort Worth Stockyards. It's like time traveling back to 1800s Texas, but you can still find air conditioning, functioning toilets, and people don't smell like manure. At least most of them don't. Twice a day you can find real live longhorn cattle parading down the street with their fellow cowboys. The cattle are big and beautiful and adorable. Though sadly, I know it's going to end up as a burger or a steak in my stomach someday. Sorry guys. Besides the cattle, there's lots to do around here. You can visit some museums, ride a mechanical bull somewhere, and even get lost in a giant maze, which I decided to skip since it was about 105 degrees outside. No thanks. Of course, there are plenty of places to eat and shop. Granted, it looked like a lot of tourist trap restaurants. And I did really try to buy a cowboy hat, but nothing just quite fit my face perfectly. Maybe next time. Overall, the Fort Worth Stockyards is being in a Western movie. It's equal parts authentic heritage and Texas-sized pageantry. If you're a nerd like I am, and have a rental car, drive up to Frisco to visit the self-proclaimed National Videogame Museum. According to my parents, this is how I rotted my brain in high school and college and failed to get a master's or PhD. But Mom and Dad will never know the joy and euphoria I felt spending mindless and endless unproductive hours of my life with Super Mario, Street Fighter, Final Fantasy, Command & Conquer, and more. Visitors will wander through the many exhibits, reminiscing about spending entire weekends shooting up ugly aliens, stabbing monsters to death, rescuing princesses, racing exotic cars they'll never own in real life, and aggressively blowing into those old plastic Nintendo cartridges as if it was a legitimate repair method. Behind the many glass displays are incredible pixelated relics and historical tech porn artifacts. So close, yet so far. Oregon Trail, a true 80s classic. At the end, it's a fun, classic 1980s and 1990s arcade. It's well maintained and did an excellent job of taking more of my money. Well worth it though. But for nerds like me, past and present and future, this was all a lot of fun. The Dallas World Aquarium might have started as an aquarium, but then they added a rainforest, deserts, woodlands, and more. Yes, you'll still find lots of fish and sea creatures here, but you're also going to find exotic birds, monkeys, reptiles, mammals, and more wildlife to make this a very confusing place. But that makes it even more fun. Visitors will show up expecting a few fish tanks, and instead find themselves dodging toucans overhead, while trying to remember whether they're in Texas or halfway through an Amazon rainforest expedition. It's a wonderfully chaotic place where Mother Nature would approve. Stingrays swim below, the sloths nap above, and every space reveals yet another animal that seems completely confused and surprised to be somehow living in downtown Dallas and in an aquarium, of all places. But like the tourists, I'm sure all the animals and creatures love that it's air-conditioned, especially during a hot Dallas summer. The Dallas World Aquarium is equal parts aquarium, jungle, bird habitat, and proof that even in Dallas, the fish come with Texas-sized ambitions. The Dallas Museum of Art is where lots of people spend hours admiring thousands of years of human creativity, while simultaneously pretending they totally understand those abstract paintings that look suspiciously as if somebody spilled coffee on a canvas. All kidding aside, this place is home to everything from ancient artifacts to modern masterpieces. You'll wander the many galleries, nodding thoughtfully, reading the placards, but quietly debating whether or not you're looking at a very groundworking piece of genius, or if it's something your toddler could have done during snack time. Some pieces will make you feel incredibly cultured, while others will make you feel incredibly confused as to why it is art. And most importantly, it's absolutely free every day of the week, and the air conditioning is fantastic, especially during a hot Dallas summer. If you still want some more art, check out the Nasher Sculpture Center. This is where all the Dallas elites put all their giant abstract sculptures and pretend that everyone knows exactly what each piece means. It's a big, beautiful oasis of art, architecture, and quiet reflection where visitors stroll through thoughtfully between masterpieces or what appears to be mounds of metallic human feces. Seriously, what is that? Some pieces are quite uplifting, some are beautiful, and some are just quite frankly, ugly and depressing. Either way, you'll leave the Nasher feeling cultured and sophisticated. On a more serious note, every proud American should visit the JFK Memorial Site at least once in their lifetime. I'm not sure how to interpret the meaning or the structure, but it is a unique, beautiful, modern, contemporary piece of artwork. If you walk over to Dealey Plaza, you can quietly walk around the nice grounds, but also see the exact spot where President JFK was assassinated. Also within walking distance is the 6th Floor Museum dedicated to JFK's life, presidency, leading up to his assassination. Honestly, there's not too much to see in the museum itself. It's a lot of pictures and placards with short tidbits of information, which you could easily find in a book or on the internet. The very end is very fascinating though. You get to see the exact location where Lee Harvey Oswald shot and killed JFK, and a replica of his gun. The Meyerson Symphony Center is a great place for live music for classical, opera, and more. The main concert hall is beautiful and elegant and has wonderful acoustics. Visit their website to check out the future performances and concerts while you're in Dallas. And those are my favorite ideas of things to do in Dallas if you're stuck here for work or a long layover. For more details, visit my website, johnnytrekkie.com. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more travel ideas and great food. Thanks for watching, live long, travel, and prosper.